This is the main hospital in Tripoli, this is the central hospital, which has the main emergency department in Tripoli. And there were ambulances turning up. I was there for maybe half an hour, and maybe every minute to 2 minutes, ambulances were turning up, taking, bodies, rushing them out of the ambulance into the hospital, and they all had really, heavy head injuries, from being shot in the head, chest and abdomen injuries. And inside the emergency department, there were maybe 40 or 50 doctors, and I think even that wasn't enough, just because of the number of casualties was just, so huge. They really couldn't cope, and they were really overstretched. So on Wednesday, I worked in a different hospital in the eastern part of the city, in the Martiga Air Base, where there is a hospital which used to be used as a military hospital. Probably around dusk time, a truck, quite a large truck with an open back, turned up quite unexpectedly, and I could hear people sort of crying and wailing, so I went out to have a look at what was in this truck. And even before I got to the truck, the stench from the truck was quite overwhelming. And as I looked inside the truck, there was possibly 16 or 17, I think it was 17 altogether that we counted, bodies that were just riddled with bullets from head to toe. I mean, a lot of them were in the head, actually, but they also had bullets in the different parts of their body. Later we found out that what had happened was that these were all people that were basically held by Gaddafi loyalists over the past few days, and they were possibly captured over the past week or two, kidnapped, if you like, and they were held in a school quite close to the city centre in the Buslim district. And what had happened was, as the Gaddafi loyalists retreated, they went into the school and executed all of these people before they retreated. And one of the civilians that was injured, he was actually one of the victims because he was shot in the leg and they failed to execute him. So he actually told us everything that happened, and he was actually able to identify most of the bodies that were there, and so that we'd notify the families as well. But they'd been there for about a day, and the stench from them was overwhelming, and spent about 3 hours possibly documenting and photographing all of the injuries, the entrance and exit wounds from the bullets, because it became apparent that I think these are the kind of things that are going to be required to prosecute Gaddafi in the International Criminal Court. I mean, these are the war crimes that we're talking about, and this is exactly what we're talking about, and I'm sure this has been replicated in many parts of the city and even in the country as well.